Praise be Jesus Christ. The Lord is wonderful in his saints. Today I want to tell you about three saints who levitated. Three of my favorite levitation saints. First of all, Saint Teresa of Avila. Sometimes Saint Teresa of Avila would get carried away in prayer. She'd begin to levitate. And she was really embarrassed when this would happen when there were guests at the liturgy. And so she would tell her sisters, if I start to get carried away in prayer, please hold me down. Another saint who levitated was her good friend, Saint John of the Cross. And once, Saint Teresa of Avila and Saint John of the Cross levitated together. It was when Saint John of the Cross was visiting Saint Teresa of Avila's convent. And Father Bruno writes about this in his book on Saint John of the Cross. He says, on one occasion, it was the feast of the Most Holy Trinity. John of the Cross happened to be in the parlor. He was sitting in a chair, and on the other side of the grill, Teresa was sitting on a stool. He was speaking to her of the mystery of the Trinity, his favorite mystery, and his soul was plunged in that abyss of fire. The ardor of the Spirit seized his body, and as he held tightly to his chair, he was raised aloft until he touched the ceiling. Teresa of Jesus had been ravished by the same impetuous love. Sister Beatrice of Jesus, opening the door to give Teresa a message, was a witness of this rapture. Teresa of Avila, by way of apology, happily said, one cannot speak of God to Father John of the Cross, because he at once goes into an ecstasy and causes others to do the same. And then thirdly, the great Saint Joseph Cupertino, who experienced levitations many times. They say he's unparalleled in terms of how many times he levitated, sometimes witnessed by crowds of people. Father Angelo, in his little book on Saint Joseph Cupertino, writes, on one occasion, Joseph was present at the investment of several nuns in the church of St. Clare of Cupertino. As soon as the choir intoned the antiphon, Come thou bride of Christ, Joseph was seen to hurry from the corner in which he knelt towards the confessor of the convent, grasp him by the hand, lift him up by supernatural power from the floor, and rapidly dance about with him in the air. And so, brothers and sisters, we might not be called to levitate like these great saints, but the Lord certainly wants to lift our spirits. He wants to fill us with his divine love, with the love of the most holy Trinity, so that we too can be filled with this wonderful delight. The scripture says, delight in the Lord, and he will grant you your heart's desires. Viva Christore!